Eamonn Holmes poses with Anthea Turner after decade-long feud, but that's not what has fans talking. Fans of Eamonn Holmes have noticed one key detail after he shared a photo with former co-host Anthea Turner. The pair hosted GMTV together in the 1990s, and had a famously fraught relationship during their hosting time together, with Eamonn dubbing Anthea Princess Tippy Toes and threatening to leave the show in 1996 unless she was let go. After a decade, however, the pair squashed the feud, with her joining Eamonn and his then-wife and co-host Ruth Langsford on Good Morning Britain, with Eamonn sharing a sweet snap of the pair on his Instagram. "We're the same age at Anthea Turner and I have had careers of similar length, but my paper round must have been harder than hers," Eamonn wrote. Top girl. However, some people couldn't help but recognize that Eamonn was wearing his wedding band in the pic, after he announced last year that he and Ruth were to divorce last year. "Unusual. Why are you still wearing a wedding band?" one commented, while others speculated that because Eamonn and Ruth are still technically married, he may keep it on as a result. "Although I agree it's no one's business, I can't help think the same." "Unusual," another commented, while another added, "because he's probably not divorced yet and Ruth still wears hers." Eamonn entered a new relationship with Katie Alexander after he and Ruth split, with the pair being in attendance at the Irish Post Awards back in November when Eamonn was a master of ceremonies. While he didn't mention Kate while talking about the ceremony, he said that he was proud to represent Northern Ireland at the ceremony in London's Grosvenor House Hotel and said, "I've never forgotten where I came from. It's great to represent Northern Ireland at these awards. I've loved being back in Belfast recently and spending time with my family, particularly my grandkids, Amelia, 3, and Isabella, who has her first birthday next week." Kate, who's 21 years Eamonn's junior, began seeing Eamonn after he and Ruth announced their split earlier this year, with the couple posing for a selfie together alongside a mutual friend and Laura Hamilton of A Place in the Sun fame at their friend Hayley Sparks' wedding. Eamonn Holmes poses with Anthea Turner after decade-long feud, but that's not what has fans talking. In an unexpected turn of events, renowned TV presenter Eamonn Holmes has posed for a photograph with former colleague Anthea Turner, officially putting to rest a long-running, decade-long feud that has fascinated and puzzled fans. The two broadcasters, who were once co-hosts on GMTV, had an infamous fallout that led to their split both professionally and personally in the late 1990s. A feud that shaped their careers. The origins of the feud date back to the 1990s, when their relationship took a bitter turn. Anthea Turner, who was the face of GMTV, and Eamonn Holmes, who was also an established host, clashed publicly. Tensions boiled over in 1996 when Eamonn threatened to quit the show unless Anthea was let go. This marked the beginning of years of public animosity between the two, often spilling over into the tabloids. Despite the public animosity, both continued to enjoy successful careers in broadcasting, but their personal and professional paths rarely crossed until recently. The fallout became one of the most discussed behind-the-scenes stories in British television history, leaving many fans curious about the reasons behind their feud. A public reconciliation. The photograph that emerged on social media in early March 2025 has taken fans by surprise. Eamonn Holmes posted an image on his Instagram account, showing him and Anthea Turner in a friendly pose, smiling and clearly enjoying each other's company. The caption that accompanied the post read, "We're the same age at Anthea Turner and I have had careers of similar length, but my paper round must have been harder than hers. Top girl." This moment of reconciliation has drawn a range of reactions from the public, many of whom have followed the drama between the two TV personalities for years. While the photo alone might have been enough to capture the public's attention, it was not the primary talking point that had fans buzzing. Fans focus on Eamonn's wedding ring. What really has people talking, however, is not the reconciliation itself, but the fact that Eamonn Holmes was still wearing his wedding ring in the photo. This detail has led to a flurry of speculation among fans. Eamonn, who publicly announced his separation from wife Ruth Langsford in May 2024 after 14 years of marriage, has yet to remove the ring. This has prompted many fans to ask why he continues to wear it, raising questions about the nature of his relationship with Ruth, whether the split is as final as previously thought, or if there is more to the story. Some followers have even speculated that the photograph with Anthea Turner could be part of a larger narrative about Eamonn's personal life and his ongoing connection with his estranged wife. Others have pointed out that it could simply be a case of Eamonn continuing to wear the ring for personal reasons, possibly as a symbol of respect for the time he spent with Ruth. The end of an era. The reunion of Eamonn and Anthea marks the end of an era for both presenters. Their falling out in the 1990s had a significant impact on both of their careers. Anthea Turner, who was once a household name in British television, saw her popularity wane after the public fallout. Meanwhile, Eamonn Holmes, who went on to co-host This Morning alongside Ruth Langsford, continued to thrive in his career but was often asked about the reasons behind the rift with Turner. Despite these public dramas, both broadcasters have managed to carve out successful careers. However, this recent gesture of goodwill could indicate a new chapter in their relationship and perhaps the media's perception of them as well. Looking ahead, fans are now left wondering if this reconciliation is part of a larger trend of professional forgiveness and personal growth among celebrities. The fact that Eamonn and Anthea have been able to put aside their past differences in such a public way offers a sense of closure to their tumultuous history. Whether or not this leads to further collaboration between the two remains to be seen, but for now, it's a sign that even the most bitter feuds in the entertainment industry can eventually come to an end. For many, the most significant aspect of the photo isn't the reunion itself, but the subtle details surrounding their lives outside the spotlight. As the public continues to scrutinize Eamonn Holmes' decision to wear his wedding ring, and as Anthea Turner remains a figure of nostalgia, it's clear that the relationship between these two personalities will remain a topic of fascination for years to come.